I'm James. I'm here today on the ATG and Keypoint stand, or yes, yeah, Keypoint stand with Ian, and he's going to talk us through some of the key ranges from the ATG Glove range. Over to you.
Thank you very much. What we'll do is, Emily, if we can, we'll start with just the general handling.
Yeah.
If that's okay. So, when we're looking at the MaxiFlex Ultimate, this is our biggest selling glove worldwide. Yep. It's our key entry point, if you like. It's the mainstay of our range, purely because it's the glove that everyone recognises ATG for.
Yes.
Fully breathable, so
yes.
you've got 360-degree breathability, touchscreen capacity, so you don't have to take the glove off, and more crucially, two of the elements that you'll never see in anyone else's gloves currently standing is the Skin Health Alliance accreditation we have, which we have for all of our gloves, and that basically is, it's a dermatological accreditation.
Yes.
That shows that the glove is pH neutral. It shows that there's not going to be a reaction for any wearer that wears it that may have a sensitivity to certain elements of the glove.
Which
materials.
can be a problem in other ranges of gloves.
Massive, particularly if you're looking at latex.
Yes, yes.
And sometimes, because of our post-washing, we post-wash all of our gloves 3 times, so that takes any of the hazardous powders.
Oh right, I didn't know that.
Out of the glove itself, and those powders that sometimes the cheaper gloves don't wash out can be also an irritant.
Ah, nice.
So the Skin Health Alliance gives you that peace of mind, if you like, that glove is as neutral as it can be and as skin safe as it can be.
Fantastic.
And the other product we have, Adapt, which you'll start to see through quite a few more of our products now, is our own unique technology, and basically it's a sweat management technology. As you manipulate your hand, it releases a cooling gel on your hand and just keeps that glove, if you like, more comfortable.
Having worked with these gloves for a while now, there's something quite nice when you open the packets, you can kind of smell that deodorant, I guess, exactly. is what it is.
I mean, if you think about it, that's one of the main things. The amount of times I do site surveys and you see perfectly serviceable gloves on the floor that they've just thrown away.
Yes.
And most of the time it's because they've,
yeah.
So Adapt has that double whammy, if you like, of keeping your hands cool, but also getting rid of that element of where you just want to dispose of
and it's worth mentioning as well, these are washable, right?
These are fully washable 3 times. And the technology, even the Adapt technology, stays in the glove for life, so you don't wash the technology out.
Yeah, that's worth noting.
Okay, so as an all-round general purpose glove, non-cut resistant glove, it just about gives you everything you need. It gives you the cooling technology, it gives you touchscreen.
So that would be supermarket handling or warehousing or?
General handling in any environment, whether it's automotive, as long as it's non-cut, whether it's warehousing, packaging, white goods, any area where they're dealing with any abrasive materials,
yes.
but they don't need a cut resistance.
Perfect.
Perfect tool for the job. And another element in the family itself is the Elite. So same family,
yes,
same principles. This one doesn't have the Adapt technology in it, and there's a reason behind that, and that's purely because the glove itself is so thin at 0.7 millimeters thick. It's a very breathable glove.
Right.
If you look on that, I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but you can see how thin that is.
Yeah, you can almost see your skin through the glove.
Hand, yeah.
I know that's a firm favourite, I think, with the guys in our warehouse. They gravitate towards those when they're refreshing their gloves.
It's so dexterous. And dexterity is a key. If you're wearing the glove all day, you want a dexterous glove, you want a comfortable glove, but you want to be able to pick up those components. Yes. And this is a perfect opportunity to do that. You can even see how that's now molded into my fingers. So the MaxiFlex family as a whole really has many, many elements to it, but they're all designed with that one thing in mind, which is comfort, dexterity, yes. Because it's all about conformity. If the glove conforms, it's going to be worn, and yes. If it's going to be worn, there's
no
going to be
one wants to wear an uncomfortable glove at the end of the day. That restricts them from doing their job. So that's your general handling, precision handling.
Precision handling MaxiFlex, yeah.
So moving up the range, if you're dealing with, you need that dexterity, but you need protection from cuts, right?
Exactly. So what we did is we developed a range called MaxiCut, which does what it says on the tin, really. And again, the idea is to give comfort. The idea is to give dexterity, but it's also to give that protection against cuts and slashes and knife accidents. And so we start with a huge range. In fairness, our cut resistant range has really grown over the years. But the two that are probably the most popular that we do are the MaxiFlex cut.
Yes.
So this is a general, so mid-range cut resistance, cut level B in new numbers, cut level 3 in the old numbers. And it's again designed to just be the same in principle. So it's fully breathable.
Yes.
Touchscreen compatible. We put some reinforcement between the thumb and the forefinger. That's a huge, the reason behind that, I don't know if you can possibly even think yourself what that may be.
I just guess it's a commonly cut area.
It's exactly. It's a high traffic area.
Yeah, yeah.
So every time we see a glove fail in a cut resistant element, it's always here.
Right.
Okay, occasionally here, but the majority of the time there, because that's where they're literally, if they're working with sheet steel, for example, that's taking the stroke.
I guess what a lot of people might not realise or would presume is that that's going to be heavier to wear than the non-cut resistant, but actually they're really comfortable and quite lightweight still.
That one in particular.
Yes. It almost feels thinner to wear than the MaxiFlex,
exactly.
Right? Standard.
And the perverse thing about it that you may have already noticed, this is still classed as a MaxiFlex.
Excellent.
Whereas the Maxi Cuts themselves are a little step up. We'll move on to the Maxi Dry now, if that's okay?
Yep,
give you a little look at that. So the Maxi Dry range is, well, we kind of pitch it as a MaxiFlex for oily environments.
Makes sense.
Because we've already mentioned how the MaxiFlex is fully breathable.
Yes.
And you can obviously see that a fully breathable product is going to let the oil penetrate through. And we don't want that in oil environment. So we developed the Maxi Dry, and basically it's designed to just be dexterous.
Yep.
Okay, not so much touchscreen compatible with the older versions.
Yes.
But still has that skin alliance. But what you have now, unlike what you saw with the other products, is you have a double coating. So you have the grip technology that we have, our grip tech technology, but underneath it you'll see a second layer of nitrile. And that's what stops the oil penetrating through. Unlike with the breathable gloves where you would just have that coating on the palm and an open back.
Yes.
So that element is what gives us the Maxi Dry. It's available in different dips.
Yeah, I was going to say they're available, so like almost just palm coated, or it's 3/4,
This
isn't it?
is
This
3/4.
And then you've got fully coated.
Then you have a palm coated.
Palm coated, yeah.
You have a fully coated, and then we have a driver's style there.
Excellent. So that's just the different levels of protection, right?
Yeah, because also the more you coat the glove, the more resistance you get.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so I wouldn't want to say less comfortable because these gloves are so thin, they're still comfortable anyway.
Yes.
But it just adds to the amount of extra protection you need. If you work in an environment where you need to protect the whole of your wrist as well, then the Maxi Dry driver's gauntlet would be the ideal one.
I think the bit where that I picked up personally is if you're just dealing with generally wet items that are just damp, and these are great for protecting the palm, but then if you're dealing with stuff that's sort of pooled water on the back of it, where it gets onto the back of the glove, that's when you need the more waterproof
and that's a perfect observation, because that's what we see a lot.
Yeah.
You tend to find that people that look for the palm coated, their oil resistance, if you like, needs to be this area, but if they've got a lot of penetration at the back, then you have the issues then perhaps with dermatitis. So you're right, that's when you would move on to more of a fully dipped version.
Yes. And again, not just saying this, these are actually, you may suspect that these would be like not as comfortable to wear as the standard Flex range, but they are actually really dexterous. They are very, very good.
And we've moved it on an extra level now because the Maxi Dry Elites take it to another level.
Yes, which are the new ones, right?
These are fantastic. You're talking about 0.8 millimeters in thickness. Again, this is what we call a fully dip. So as we were referring to there, you've got that lack of penetration of the oils through the back. But it's the same principle. You've got the palm coating and then a coating of flat nitrile on the back that stops the penetration. But this glove's so thin and so dexterous, it really has moved things on.
I think on the warmer winter days when it's raining or drizzling, I think those will be one of the guys in the yard will be looking for handling barriers and stuff.
Protection from wind chill.
Yeah.
But the exciting thing about the Maxi Dry compared to the older Maxi Dries, the new Elite ones, is that these are touchscreen. And they also have the Adapt technology in it. Okay. So you remember we mentioned the Adapt technology in MaxiFlex earlier on. We're trying to put that into more and more of our gloves as we go through.
Amazing.
And for a glove like this, where it's a fully sealed unit that's liable to lots of sweat,
yes,
Adapt comes into its own.
Yeah, it's going to make a big difference.
So really, really exciting, and literally just launched a few months ago. So very new.
Yes.
I think groundbreaking. We'll see how the market takes to it.
I'm sure they'll be popular.
Okay. So we've covered the Maxi Dry, we've covered the Flex, we've covered the Cut. One of the other things, if you don't mind me sort of bringing to your attention, would be the Maxi Dex, the new range. Yeah. So we're, again, following the lines of the new Elites, we're trying to make a glove that's lightweight, comfortable to wear, very dexterous. In fact, try one of those on, see what you think. But the excitement about this one is, I get excited about it anyway. This is what we call a hybrid glove now. And what we're trying to do with this one, in all fairness, is to bridge that gap between disposable gloves and reusable gloves.
Yes. So this is like for your mechanics?
For mechanics, for light engineering, anywhere where they're using oil, grease, but they still need that dexterity. They still need that sensitivity of touch. But usually they would be going through maybe 10, 20, 30 pairs of disposables a day.
Yes, yes.
Because what we're trying to give them now is a glove they can wear throughout the whole day at least.
if we move on now, so hypothetically, I've realised that my staff at my workplace they're not wearing the right equipment, they're not wearing the right gloves.
Okay.
How do I very quickly drill down into which is the right silo of gloves from the all range?
Well, you're always going to, whatever industry, you're always going to have a set of drivers, if you like, for what you need for that glove. So you'll always either be working in a dry environment, an oily environment, a heat environment, or a cold environment.
Yeah.
They're your four environmentals.
So they're your 4 things you need to look at first.
They're your 4 environmentals. So if you know you're working with cold, for example, you need to be looking straight away for a thermal glove.
Okay.
But then you might want to take it up another step. So again, you're going to have another level, and we'll call this the y-axis, I guess, is that?
Yeah, go for it.
Which is your non-cut, cut,
Okay.
medium cut, high cut. And, so as long as you know, say for example, you're working in an engineering environment where you've got medium cut,
Yep.
it's dry work,
Yep.
then you'd be looking for something along the lines of the maxi cut.
Makes sense.
If you're still working in a medium cut environment, but now it's oily work, you'd be looking for the maxi cut oil. So there's a clue in the name.
Yes.
There, yeah. And then if you're just working with non-cut environments, dry handling, it would be the MaxiFlex.
Yes.
Non-cut environments, but oily, it would be the Maxi Dry.
So primarily look for what the environmental factors are: cold, wet, hot, and then narrow down on if you need cut resistance or not.
Yeah.
Yes.
So environmental first and risk. And every workplace, every type of task will have those parameters.
Yes.
So they'll all have environments they work in, they'll all have a risk level they work in.
And those risks might not just be cut, that could be impact, right?
It could be impact.
So that's why you've got these
These
impact
are
resistant.
new,
Yes.
yeah. Again, fairly new for us. Probably about a year or so now they've been launched. Again, you'll see the Adapt. We keep trying to include that. But this is also a high cut resistant glove. So this is a cut level F. Yes. This is the highest you can get.
I was really surprised when I tried these on the first time because they are so dexterous.
They're great.
Even with the rubber on the back.
Yeah.
But yeah, they do the job they're meant to do.
Well, what you tend to find is with a lot of these gloves, the back patch and the finger patches tend to be one patch. So trying to manipulate your hand and move them around can be very difficult. Because we've ribbed these, they do kind of flex and move with it.
Yes.
So that's what makes it a comfortable glove. Again, touchscreen compatible. Kind of funky, really.
Yeah.
If you're mountain biking, that'd be ideal. But
who do you target at these two?
well, funny enough, we've started talking to fire brigades around the country, because this is an ideal glove for extraction teams.
Yeah. Yeah.
So technical rescue teams that are literally in the process, that awful job they have to have of cutting people out of cars.
Yes.
Let's hope they don't have to do it too often, but we know they do.
Yes.
Ideal glove for that, because you've got the cut resistance, you've got the dexterity they need to operate the tools.
And it's one of those jobs where you're inevitably going to be pulling or straining on something and it lets go and then you bash your hand and then you're in agony for the rest of the day.
So ideal for that. Ideal also for the police force, for those speeders amongst us, for stinger operations, because believe it or not, when they're throwing out the stingers across the road, you need to protect your knuckles at the back of your hand.
Yeah.
Stevedores, people working at the docks with containers, these sort of gloves are ideal for that. People working in warehouses where they're
There's
moving
many more
containers
applications for this than you
Many.
realise, right?
If you sit down and look at it, there's loads. Construction even in certain environments, So we're particularly proud of this glove because it took us a long time to develop it, but we wanted to get it right, and we think we've done that.
No, it's a good glove. Brilliant. Good. Well, thank you for talking us through all that.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it, and yeah, fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you.